So in this video, we are actually going to talk about two Metaverse cryptocurrencies that have a strong growth potential in 2022. Now, I know a lot of you will be completely new to the entire Metaverse concept, so I'll explain you briefly in terms of what Metaverse is. And for all of you who already know what Metaverse is, you can directly skip to this particular timestamp to actually understand what the cryptocurrencies are which we're talking about. Now, Metaverse, in a very simple term, is an online virtual planet which is quite identical to the real planet. Now, the entire intent of this particular planet is that you are able to replicate most of the things which you actually do in real life into the virtual planet itself. So it's just not for gaming purposes. Giving you an example, Bill Gates, for example, actually predicts that because of the entire pandemic right now, remote working is a new concept where you're able to connect with someone using either Zoom, Google Teams, or maybe Microsoft Teams, right? So you are using these 2D methods to actually connect with your teammates right now. But over the next 2 or 3 years, you will actually be connecting with people using the Metaverse universe, where you're using your avatars to actually connect with people. Also, companies like Nike, for example, they have also started to create virtual sneakers because they have also understood that the entire demand for the Metaverse universe is just increasing. Also, looking into Facebook, Facebook has already rebranded itself as Meta and actually aims to be a complete Metaverse company over the next 4 or 5 years. So definitely, Metaverse as a concept is just at an initial stage right now and is expected to grow immensely over the next couple of years. Now, Metaverse right now has both decentralized and centralized. Centralized will be something like Facebook, which is run by Mark Zuckerberg, and Mark Zuckerberg is the one who makes all the decisions. Decentralized, on the other hand, is run on the blockchain. So the entire decentralized Metaverse cryptocurrencies are actually valued right now at $34 billion. So definitely the industry is growing. Now the first cryptocurrency on the list is Decentraland. Now Decentraland is an Ethereum-based virtual reality platform. It is actually the oldest Metaverse universe. Now on Decentraland, you can actually purchase land similar to how you actually purchase land in the real world. So on Decentraland, you're able to buy land, you're able to modify it, and then if you want, you can also allow people to come and visit it, so that if you want to, you can sell this land to those people. Now, on Decentraland, there are a total of 90,000 pieces of land, and each of these land are in form of NFT. Now, if you do not know what NFT is, I would highly recommend you watch this particular video. But in most simple terms, NFT is more like a digital certificate, which states that you own a digital asset. So all these pieces of land on Decentraland are in form of NFT. So you're able to make real money while playing this game. Because if you buy a piece of land and you modify it, and then when you're selling it, if you're able to sell it for a profit, in that case, you are able to make real money. Now, the official currency of Decentraland is mana. So if you have to buy anything on this particular virtual world, you have to have mana. Also, if you have mana, you can actually vote in terms of what are the changes which you actually require on Decentraland. Now, looking into the tokenomics, Decentraland is currently trading at $3.19 per token, and it has a market cap of $5.8 billion. The coin did see a spike in October and towards November, where the coin actually touched the peak of $5.4. The coin currently has a circulating supply of 1.8 billion, with a total supply of 2.1 billion. Also, something which is very important to know is that in case of mana, there is a burn mechanism which is kept in place in order to make sure that the overall supply is kept in place. Now, why am I bullish about this particular cryptocurrency? The very first reason is purely because Decentraland is actually a leading player in the entire Metaverse space. Now, with this entire space growing, definitely this particular coin will see a growth. Second main reason is purely because virtual land is becoming more and more popular among retail investors. A lot of retail investors are investing into virtual land in today's date, and these land spaces are actually being sold for thousands and even millions of dollars. Third main reason is that along with retail investors, even institutional investors are now entering into the metaverse space. For example, Grayscale Trust manages close to $65 million worth of mana tokens. A Canadian investment company actually bought virtual land worth $2.5 million. So definitely a huge potential to grow in this particular space. Now, in short-term price prediction for mana is about $5, and in 2022, the price prediction for mana is roughly about $16, and this is expected to touch in the first quarter of 2022. Now, the second cryptocurrency on the list is Sandbox. Now, Sandbox is quite similar to Decentraland and it's also a virtual reality platform which is actually based on Ethereum. Now, on Sandbox as well, you can actually buy and sell pieces of land, but along with that, you can also create other digital assets which are in form of NFT. Now, on Sandbox, the total of 166,000 pieces of land, and also this is also limited itself, something similar to Decentraland. The official currency of Sandbox is Sand. Now, looking into the tokenomics, currently the coin is trending at $4.8 and has a market cap of 4 billion. The coin has a circulating supply of 30% of its maximum supply, which is of 3 billion tokens. The coin, similar to other Metaverse coins, did see a spike in October and in November, purely because of Facebook rebranding itself into Meta. But after that, we have seen a price correction. The coin did go to a peak of $8. Now, why am I bullish on Sandbox? Now, multiple reasons for it, but the very first reason is that similar to Decentraland, even in Sandbox, institutional investors are taking their positions. Now, for example, Binance, True Global Ventures, etc., they have already purchased pieces of land on Sandbox. Second main reason is that SoftBank has recently invested close to $93 million in Metaverse space of Sandbox. Also, we do have someone who has actually invested $4.3 million to buy a piece of land on Sandbox, which is the most expensive purchase till date on the Metaverse space. Also, which is something which is very important, is that Sandbox is among the top 3 Metaverse projects right now and currently has a market share of 17%. So, the short-term prediction for this particular coin is currently at $10, and by the mid of next year, it is actually expected to reach about $18. So I hope you have actually understood which are the top 2 Metaverse cryptocurrencies which have a huge growth potential in 2022. Also, just a quick disclaimer, this is not an investment advice, this is purely from a knowledge point of view. The entire Metaverse space is quite new right now, and having a knowledge in this particular space is very important. So I hope you actually understood this particular video. I hope you found this particular video useful, and if you did, do like it, do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.